Hello everyone, welcome back to Time Channel. Today we're gonna go back and play Before the Darkness. The Geto Suguru dating sim for Jujutsu Kaisen dating sim. Let's begin. Geto announced the terrorist attack a few days ago. Since you were otome, you knew it was only a matter of time before you'll be contacted to help. But what you didn't expect was that Geto Suguru himself would be the one to call you. Nor did you expect a mirror with a frame made out of bones. You feel an eerie pull towards it, as though it's calling out to you. The frame rattles softly, almost as if it's alive. Creepy, right? Gojo! Gojo's voice startles you from behind, his breath hot against your ear. You jump and shoot him a glare, but he only chuckles, clearly amused. He steps closer to the mirror, towering over you. He was already tall when he met him years ago, but now he's even taller, more imposing. Isn't he like 6 foot? He looks different, yet somehow still the same. Maybe it's the boyish, mischievous look that's never quite leaves his face. When did the skull get this? 2 years ago, I think. He touched the mirror lightly, fingers brushing the frame as it rattles again. The mirror of echoes. It's made from the remains of a sorcerer who could control time. Some say it can send people back, but no one who's tried has ever returned. You frown, your curiosity piqued. And how exactly is this supposed to help me see further into the future? Your cursed snake allows you to see a glimpse of possible futures, but only up to a week ahead. With the attack looming weeks away, that wouldn't be enough. It's not a guarantee to work, just a hunch of mine. But you know, I'm always right. That grin, the same one he wore 10 years ago when you were students together. You shake your head lightly. Some things never change. I think we're like... So yeah, we're during the Jujutsu Kaisen series at this time. Nah, they do. We're even more handsome now. I'm even more handsome now, if that's possible. With you, yes. You fake a gag, and he pouts dramatically. Hey, show your senpai some respect. Well, I'll pull out my Digimon games if you want to play with me, senpai. Because I know he likes Digimon. You can't help but laugh at his exaggerated offense. For a moment, it feels like the old days, back when everyone was still together. You, Geto Suguru, Nami, Habra, and Geto. And after Habra's death and Geto's betrayal, the group fractured. You have to work overseas, never finding the courage to ask Gojo about what happened. Distance was a convenient excuse to avoid the conversation. So what do I do? You want me to see how Geto's going to attack, right? Gojo nods and steps towards the mirror. Without hesitation, he leans in, letting his head and torso vanish into the surface like it's a pool of water. Only the lower half of its body remains visible. You just stare at him, unsure whether to be confused or impressed. He wiggles his hips playfully. Come on. With a sigh, you step closer, place your hands on the mirror frame before dipping your head inside. Gojo's grinning face greets you, but beyond that, there's only a total darkness. Can we walk inside? You can. I'll stay here in case you need help getting back, or if something happens. Oh, thank you, Gojo-senpai. I'm gonna say how comforting. How comforting. Did your time bored make you forget who I am? I'm still the strongest, you know. I know. Nothing is going to happen to you while I'm here. You sigh, a little resigned, but knowing he's right. All right, that's my girl. You step fully inside, and the sound of your footsteps echo like water splashing beneath your feet. Echoes around you are voices, soft, broken murmurs that send chills down your spine. They sound like lost souls, trapped and fading. Or maybe it's the mirror playfully playing tricks on you. You take a deep breath. Foresight. You activate your curse technique, and light spread from your feet, illuminating a network of water paths. Each one reflects the possible futures, flickering images, passing swiftly through the darkness. The further ahead time moves, the more these images are swallowed by the void. Can you see it? Yeah, can you? No, only the curse technique flowing around. Wow, Gojo Satoru, the bearer of the 6 eyes can't see something shocking. I got to have at least one flaw. His usual arrogance slips as his voice lowers, becoming more serious. Can you see the attack? I'll go check. Don't go too far. You follow the water until you see the beginning of the attack, the curse flooding the streets. And Geto, he looks so different from the boy. He looks so different from the boy you once knew. The kind upperclassman that helped you when you were facing your own demons, close to doing something reckless. That hid his own problems, even when he himself was suffering so much. The boy that you fell in love with. Your heart hurts as you see the possible features. In one of them, Geto dies, either by the hand of Gojo or a powerful student with a cursed spirit. I'm gonna say that would probably be our protagonist, Ryuji. And there, Geto kills thousands of people. From that point, many water curses start to spread. Like I could barely remember right now. Following each of them would take a long time and wouldn't make much sense, since one small thing can change the possible features completely. You avert your gaze from the visions and start to walk back to where Gojo is. How did it get like this? It all began with Riko, Edamari's death, and spiraled downward from there. If only you paid much attention, if you insisted more when Geto started to isolate himself, if only you could change things. A flicker of water catches your attention. It's you jumping into the water, driving into the past to meet a younger Geto. Your heart skips a beat, and you drop to your knees, tracing the water paths with wide eyes. Hey, what did you see? You follow the visions backwards, tracing together how it works, reverse curse technique. That's the key to accessing the past. I can go back. What? I figured out. In one of the timelines, I go to the past. It's possible. You can feel Gojo's shock, even though the bandages cover his eyes. Without giving him a chance to respond, you activate your technique. Curse technique, reversal, remits. A single path goes wider than the others, guiding you towards the past. Your heart pounds as you step forward. Gojo grabs your arm as you walk past, his body still, half outside the mirror. Stop, it's the past, it's done. We blame ourselves for not helping him. I can fix it. You try to pull away, but his grip tightens, his voice softens as he says your name. We don't know what this will do to you. You glance at the spurting. You glance at the sputtering features behind you, all flickering and shifting. You could check what happens, but your cursed energy is already draining. Time is slipping away. You could end up being trapped here, lost forever, just in their voice in the darkness. But something is inside urges you forward. You have to go. If I could pull this off, I'll save so many people. I'll save Gojo. I'll save Geto. I refuse to give up on him. Silence lingers between you. You never stopped loving him, did you? No. Slowly, Gojo loosens his grip, sighing. You better come back in one piece. Deal? Or I'll come back in the One Piece universe instead. You nod, even though you both knew it was a gamble. Everything started with Mari, and Magi. If you can fool Chojo and stop her death after he's done with me, do it. Don't fight him for your own good. And if you can't stop her death, there's still key moments that change Suguru. You know which ones, right? You know, going on missions alone, absorbing the curses, isolation, Hybra's death. Yuki, the village. You commit them to memory. Try to imagine a future where none of this happened. Maybe it was all preparation for this. Focus on Suguru. Don't mess with anything else. We don't want to trigger something worse. He hesitates before adding softly, and don't die. I'll try my best. Gojo pauses again, his voice quieter now. Be a better friend to him than I was. I'll make you a better friend too. He laughs, the sound almost bittersweet. Good luck with that. You know how I was. You're still the same now. He sticks his tongue out, and you laugh. For a moment, the tension lifts. Well, we'll see. Gojo nods as you begin to walk away. His voice calls out one last time. Tell me, my younger self, how handsome he is. He's already full of himself. And tell him not to eat the spicy noodles in 2009. His voice fades as you step further into the mirror, the silence enveloping you completely. Your heart races. The realization hits you like a wave. You're alone now, inside a cursed object, and you don't fully understand. The oppressive, quiet pressure presses against your chest, but you force yourself to take a deep breath, grounding yourself in the darkness. You glance back, shimmering water paths leading to the mirror, still visible, faint, but there. You can do this. You just need to consult the possible futures again, find a way back to the present, or perhaps you'll be forced to live through your life all over again. You still don't know how the cursed object truly works, but it doesn't matter. Either outcome is worth the risk. Gita's life and so many others depend on it. With renewed determination, you walk forward, each step echoing in the vast emptiness. You move deeper, fragmented scenes from your life flicker in the waters around you, drifting backwards in time. The memories pull you along, faster and faster, until you reach the day Geto killed the villagers. The sight of it makes your stomach twist, just like it did when you first heard of the news. You remember how you couldn't eat that day. The water paths guide you to the pool, the flow stopping abruptly. As though time itself has hit a barrier, you kneel, peering into the still surface. It shows you young, a second year, at Tokyo Jujutsu High. This isn't far enough. To save Maki, you need to go back to 2006, and that door is closed to you. You exhale, slowly, steadily. You have to save Geto in your way. With a final deep breath, you steady your resolve and jump into water, the cold enveloping you as the world shifts once more. Hey, are you okay? Can you hear me? He blinked up at him. Geto Suguru, younger, still the boy you once knew. Yet, not yet a cult leader. His eyes, warm and concerned, look down at you. He holds out his hand. You reach for it. But as your fingers touch, a shock runs through both of you, forcing you to pull away for a moment. He frowns, looking at his hand, then tries again. This time, he helps you to your feet. What happened? Did you overtrain? Don't push yourself. You glance down at yourself, the Jujutsu High uniform somehow. You still you return to your younger self's body. You're back. I'm okay, thank you. Don't you have class right now? Nani and Harbura are we left? Harbura, your throat tightens. You don't know the exact date yet, but the fact that Harbura is still alive tells you enough. You're going to save him, but first you need to understand where Gita's head is at. You take a step and fake a wobble, pressing a hand to your head. Geto immediately grabs your arm, his brows knitting with concern. Are you sure you're okay? I don't know. Could you take me to the infirmary? He nods, supporting you as you walk. The air is filled with a soft fragrance of cherry blossoms in the bloom. Spring. You ask him for the time. He checks his phone. April 2007. 8 months since Riko's death. This is the beginning of Gita's descent, but it's not too late. You could still stop it. How have you been lately? Do you think non-sorcerers are worth saving? How have you been lately? Fine, lots of missions, but it's our duty as sorcerers. His tone is hollow, like he's trying to convince himself of it. You can always sense the cracks forming in his mental state. You have to act fast before his thoughts turn darker. Remember that during this time, Gojo was isolating himself, consumed by perfecting his curse technique. Geto was starting to do the same. Fine. Let's get some ramen together later. I'll invite the others. I can't. I'm really busy these days. Sorry. He brushes off your efforts, distracting himself, just like he feared. Take care of yourself, alright? When he leaves you at the infirmary door, a knot forms your stomach. He's already starting to isolate himself. You need to find a way to stay close, to be by his side, before he slips further away. No. Why? I might not be a special grade like Geto, but I can help. Let me be his partner. The missions Geto and Gojo take are too advanced. It's better if they handle it alone. You're still a second year. You bite your lip, frustrated, but a frustration bubbling up inside you. If you told him you were from the future, would he believe you? Or would it ruin everything? Professor, you know my curse technique, right? Of course, you could see different timelines. He pauses, his eyes narrowing slightly. Did you see something? You nod slowly. Amagi's death affected Gojo and Geto more than you realize. They need guidance. If not you, there's someone who can help. But more than that, Geto needs a friend. Someone he could confide in. Please let me be his partner. Yaga studies you, a frown deepening the lines on his face. You sound different, more mature. I came from the future. I'm worried about them. I came from the future. Right. Are you okay? Weren't you just in the infirmary? I'm serious. Do you know about the mirror of echoes? It's a myth. He doesn't believe you. You sigh, frustrated. So the mirror isn't even in Jujutsu High yet. You should rest more. Yeah, I guess so. Please, Professor, I'll be careful. You give him your best pleading expression, but he sighs, a good sign. Fine, but you get any serious energy, even slightly, I'm pulling you out. You can't help but smile. can't help the smile that tugs at your lips. Yes, sir. Geto sits on a plastic chair, his gaze drifting towards his kunai. As she talks to the hospital staff, patients are being escorted back inside after another exercised. He isn't sure how long it's been since she started joining him on missions she wasn't even assigned to. He had tried to protest, tell Yagia it was too dangerous, that she didn't belong in the same battles as him, but it fell on deaf ears. He still doesn't know why she's so persistent in tagging along. It used to be obvious he knew she had a crush on him, but now it feels different. She seems like a different person. No glances or nervous stammering in his presence. Even though I'm stammering. If anything, he's begging and wonder if she even likes him anymore. She's just always there, calm, steady, never asking anything of him. Even if he brushes her off, she finds him again, offering a walk around the campus or food after a tough mission. She never seems discouraged, even when he turns her down. It's almost like she's returning the favor for what he did when she was at her lowest. Can she see how close he is to breaking? Yes. Because future, I know everything. Maybe it's her grandmother's doing. As one of the higher-ups, she might be pulling strings again, trying to push his Karai into using her foresight for headquarters. He remembers how that nearly broke her a few months back, or perhaps she saw something in one of her visions, something about him. A future where darkness finally wins. It warns him a little to think she's trying to change it, trying to give him a better future. But deep down, he wonders if that's even possible. It's hard to imagine anything good waiting for him. He touches his throat, frowning. She didn't let him absorb the curse this time. She exorcised it before he had a chance. She does that a lot, keeps him from consuming curses, lest they are useful. She seems convinced that absorbing them is bad for him, and maybe she's right. But why does she care so much? It's his job, a sorcerer's duty, is to suffer and to die, so non-sorcerers can live. Non-sorcerers like the ones who clam when they saw Ragi's corpse. Just as one familiar darkness starts creeping in, she sits beside him. The presence eases him from his chest, his body relaxing just a little. How do you feel? I'm okay, but you? Are those energies are in pain? I'm alright. Just promise you won't mention it to Yagia. He nods, and they fell into silence, the low hum of the TV filling the space between them. The news flickers on the screen. More deaths, more violence. Gita's thoughts twist, dark and bitter, and before he can stop them, the words tremble out. Why do we sacrifice ourselves for these people? Why protect them at all? They don't deserve it. His voice is sharper than he intended, laced with all the anger he's been carrying. His cry glance follows his to the TV. They're not all bad. He shakes his head. Maybe not, but there are too many bad ones. It poisons the rest. Then he feels a gentle touch on his chin, guiding his gaze away from the screen. She turns his attention to the children being led by the nurses to their rooms. This is why we fight. Not all sorcerers deserve our help, but we fight for the ones who do. His heart clenches at the sight of the children, thin, some without hair, their faces pale. He looks away. So they probably have going for cancer like chemo. It was just sad. It's not fair. No, it's not. But we have to carry our burden, just like those kids have to bear a sickness that they never deserved. He turns to her, taken back by the wisdom in her words. When did she become so insightful? Not too long ago, it was him pulling her out of the depths of her own darkness. Now she's the one lifting him up. She offers him a gentle smile as she stands up. If you only focus on the bad, it's all you ever see. You end up blind to the beauty that's still out there. With quiet grace, she picks up a foregone toy from the floor and hands it to one of the children. They look up at her, eyes lighting up as they clench the teddy bears tightly, a small smile breaking through the sadness. A brief moment, the hospital seems quieter. The sterile walls, the beeping machines, the weight of his thoughts all fade into the background. All he can do is see her standing there, reminding him that there's still good in the world. It stirs something in him. How she sees a light in places he thought were lost to darkness. Even himself. She returns, a soft smile curving her lips. So ramen tonight? Before he can stop himself, Geto feels his lips tug upward, a real genuine smile breaking through. Yeah, let's go. Geto had almost forgotten what a genuine smile felt like, but now it seems to come more easily, more often. The memory of Margie's death, the clamping of those people at her lifeless body, still haunts him. Dark thoughts stir within him, but as the months pass, he leaves to let them elbow and flow without holding on to them. He owes that to his curry. He insisted that they all join 2-day Buddhist retreat. It taught him to let go, if only a little. Meanwhile, the retreat of this free journey to the West should become the glue holding the group together, always organizing something to bring them closer. Even Nomni can't escape their plans. Nope, he's going to be part of the plans. After dealing with the curse day in and day out, it's a relief that we have to do things that feel normal. His only wish is Gojo would enjoy them more often, but he's always so busy. His curry constantly nudges him to talk to Gojo about their growing distance. But Geto hesitates. Gojo is the strongest now, with a path set before him that keeps widening the gap between them. Geto can't help but wonder if they ever truly understand each other again. Maybe when the time is right, he'll find the courage to say something. He still has the bad days, but they never linger. His curry refused to let him wallow in his thoughts for too long. Sometimes he worries that he'll rely too much on her presence for his mental peace. But for now, he'll let her be the light that guides him through the shadows until he can find his own light again. Geto is sitting near the drink machine when Hybra arrives, looking deflated, like a puppy with a tail behind its legs. Without another word, Geto buys him a cola from the machine and hands it over. They sit in silence for a moment. Hybra's sigh heavy in the air. Our mission got transferred to Gojo-senpai. The one you were so excited about? Hybra nods, his shoulders slumping fur into the fur as he lets out a long, drawn-out sigh. They announced it yesterday. Geto takes a slow slip from his drink. His brows furrowing. The higher-ups changed their minds. That's strange. They never changed their minds. Something must have happened. Like me. And before he can dwell on it, footsteps approach. A tall blonde woman saunters up to them, exuding confidence. Geto-kun, what kind of woman is your type? Who are you? I like girls who eat a lot. Before the blonde can respond, a familiar voice cuts through the air. Oh, You're Yuki Tasu, um, Tasu, Tasukumo, right? Special grade sorcerer? I heard so much about you. Senpai, you're my inspiration. Yuki stands a little taller, clearly pleased with the praise. Oh, really? Can we talk? I could really use some tips, pretty please. Yuki hesitates, glancing at Geto, then nods. Of course, let's walk together. It's like we try to save everyone. She turns, flashing Geto, an eyebrow, a grin, and a playful wave. Talk to you later. Don't forget to think about my question. As Yuki and his kunai walk away, deep in conversation, Geto raises a eyebrow. What strange woman. Don't you think she has changed out of nowhere? Who? Habra points at his kunai, now disappearing into the distance with Yuki. She seems really focused on keeping our group together. She wasn't like this before. She used to talk about leaving the country before because of her grandma. Geto glanced down at the tiny phone charm dangling from his phone. What did she say? What did she say the character's name was again? Cormy? I would have done Digimon and got wittily hunted down Gojo to give him an Agumon. She picked a different charm for each one of them, thoughtfully choosing one that matched the personality and everything in their group of everyone in their group. Well, Gojo, I know his what he would want as a Digimon. Habra holds out his pinky finger. She even made me pinky promise we stay friends. Habra glances thoughtfully towards a door his curry has just walked through. I wonder if she saw something in the future. Geto follows his gaze, his mind turning, his current actions lately. Quick, precise, almost like she knows what's coming before it happens. Yeah, maybe she did. Everything's going well. Well, almost. To get Habra and Nami's missions transferred to Gojo, you had to beg your grandmother. Oh yeah, that's definitely my plans. And think, like a loan shark with a deathly sweet smile of hers, she lets you pay a steep price, demanding that you use your curse technique to foresee the future for her for 2 full weeks. Oh, we don't even have to. We already know what's gonna happen. She pushes for more, but you stood your ground. You're not the same scared little girl you used to be. A few days later, a darkness starts creeping in, filling your vision, galling at your edges. You think it's all from the cursed energy you've been burning daily for your grandmother's demands, combining with the energy spent on the missions with Geto. Every time you activate Foresight now, the darkness grows sharper, like it's gaining strength. You don't know what will happen when your cursed energy runs out completely, but it's regenerating at a painfully slow pace and never quite at its full capacity. It's like pouring water into a cracked cup. No matter how much you give, it'll never be enough. You visit a skull doctor, but they find nothing wrong. You push the worry aside and refocus on your mission. You're here for a reason, and you're already done so much to change Geto's path. It seems to be working. The group goes out together more. Geto's presence is more frequent. His laughter less rare. Even Gojo shows up occasionally. The first time he saw you after you arrived, he commented on how strange your cursed energy looked, but he quickly steered the conversation back to his friendship with Geto. He barely had time to get a few words in before he brushes you off, insisting he didn't even need your help. Gojo, from 2017, has warned you. It'll be different. Now you understand. You've accomplished so much, and there's still more to do. You can do this. Oh, so it means 2017. So that means it's What's another character? Curse spirit. Not the queen of curses. Not the king of curses. The sun drips low in the sky as you arrive at the fateful village with Geto, the place where he would one day kill 112 people. You activate your curse technique, peering into the possible futures. A wave of relief washes over you as you realize that, as long as you don't encourage him, Geto won't destroy the village. However, in some futures, he hurts several villagers in the fit of rage. If you're going to get the girls out safely and avoid altercation, you need to tread carefully. You deactivate your curse snake, but the moment you do, darkness swallows your vision completely. You hear the rustling sound of water. Your heart races. What is happening? Geto's voice cuts through the sound, calling out your name, sharp and clear. You blink rapidly. As the darkness fades, your vision returning, a sigh of relief escaped your lips. Geto's hands is on your shoulder, his eyes full of concern. Are you alright? You look tired. You offer him a small, reassuring smile, even though your legs feel weak beneath you. I'm fine. I think it's best if we split up. Can you handle the curse? I'll talk to the villagers. Alright, just don't push yourself too hard. You nod, watching him walk away as you still yourself. You have to hold on just a little longer. The villagers eye you warily as you approach, a mixture of suspicion and awe at your expressions, like you're something supernatural that they can't quite understand. My friend is dealing with the issue, but I can sense there's more to this. Isn't there? A woman steps forward, wiggling her hands nervously. Yes, how do you know? You keep your tone furtive, but gentle, playing into their superstitions. I'm a shaman. I can feel the spirit's presence. Show me the source of your trouble. They led you inside one of the homes, and the moment you step in, your stomach churns. Two small girls, still hurled in the wooden cage, their bodies bruised and battered. Nanako and Mimiko. Nanako and Mimiko. Hanako and Mimiko. The sight twists something deep inside you. These are the girls who will one day follow Geto loyally. Now they're nothing but broken children. The sight of their fragmentation hits you hard, and you understand why this moment will be Geto's breaking point in the original timeline. You've convinced the villagers to leave you alone with the girls to talk to them, telling them you can see the monsters too. Their eyes shine. When you're helping them out of the cage, broken by you hear footsteps sound behind you. The villagers won't stop complaining about. He freezes when he sees the girls, his eyes widening in disbelief. What did they do to them? We could talk. Let's talk later. I'll carry Mimiko. Can you carry Nanako? For a moment, he doesn't move. He's too stunned. His eyes glued to the girl's energies. Geto, focus. We need to get them out of here. Breathe. He closes his eyes, his chest rising and falling as he regains control. But he opens them again. He looks more composed. You with Mimiko onto your back, and Geto gently picks up Nanako. She wraps her small arms around his neck. How could they do this? I know. We could kill them, all of them. The rage in his voice matches the fire burning in your own chest. You know, agreeing with him will ruin everything you work so hard for. But we could go scare the villagers. But the villagers shouldn't go unpunished. Killing them isn't the answer. These people will face consequences, but not like this. He bites his lip, clearly struggling with fury inside him. Fine, but we could make them scared that they'll never forget. Geto's lips curl into a smile. I need to rewatch Jujutsu Kaisen. Because I need to remember. Then again, I was up until like 11 o'clock the night before and had to be at work at 7. You both step outside, the tension flickering as the air around you. As the villagers gather, they eye you with suspicion, but the girls stay close. Mimiko clenches your shirt tightly. Where are you taking them? By mistreating these children, you angered the god that rules over this region. Some villagers scoff, others sneer. They're not taking you seriously yet. Disrespect the god again, and they won't be so merciful. A few villagers spit at the ground, their expressions darkening. Don't tell us what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to also hit you with a smack upside the head. Or him where the sun doesn't shine. A dark rift opens up behind Geto. A massive curse steps out. Nanako and Mimiko, its eyes widen as they grip you both tighter. The villagers remain oblivious. They can't see it, but they can feel it. The cursed massive claw cuts, foot slams the ground, cracks spider webbing outward from the impact. The earth shudders violently. A deep rumbling growl reverberates through the air, sending sharklows towards the villagers. They scream, stumble back, clutching each other in a desperate bid for bounce. See? The curse pauses, its glowing eyes fixed on the trembling villagers. Some drop to their knees, heads bow, their arrogance shattered. What do we do? You just told us not to tell you what to do. Please help us. You and Geto shared this belief look before turning back to the cowering villagers. You start by demanding their apologize to the girls, watching as they stammer out pitiful, trembling apologies. Then, with straight face, you list a string of service tasks they must compete to please the god. Things like crawling up a hill with their knees, or gathering Pacific Impossible find her before sundown. Tasks meant to break their spirits, just as they try to break these children's. It's not enough to make up for their cruelty, but it is something. You and Geto carry the girls away, keeping your steps steady and careful. When you put enough distance between yourselves and the villagers, you slow your pace. What's going to happen to us? We're taking you somewhere safe. You don't have to be afraid anymore. The girls exchange a hopeful glance. A small spark of light returning to their eyes. You glance at Geto and find him already watching you. His gaze intense. You smile at him, and after a moment, he smiles back. You release a breath you hadn't realized you were holding. You did it. You take the girls to the hotel. They're curled up together in the bed, fast asleep, their small bodies finally at rest. Geto stands by the side, watching them with a mix of concern and uncertainty. What are we going to do? His voice is quiet, like he only now realized the full weight of what you both did. You wonder how he managed to raise them before, but you're certain he can do it again. Especially now, because this time he won't have to do it alone. About that, in 2 years, Gojo will go after Megami. Maybe Geto can convince him to help the girls in the same way. If it's Geto asking, you doubt Gojo would fuse, and with the backing of his clan, the girls would be supported financially as well. For a moment, I thought I was going to think, oh, I'm going to be with him. We need to talk to the others. Professor Yaga will know what to do. Suddenly, your vision darkens, a familiar sensation of being pulled into the void creeping in. The sound of rushing water fills your ears, louder than ever before. Panic grips your chest. You don't know what to do. You're only using what little curse energy you have left to fight against the pull. Geto's voice silenced through the fog, calling your name. You blink, your vision clearing just before you see him, gripping your arm, eyes filled with concern. What's happening to you? You wish you knew. But you could tell. All you could tell is that your cursed technique is draining, and fast. You can either keep fighting and draining your reserves, or surrender to the darkness and face whatever comes next. Surrender. The darkness creeps closer, sullying your vision, piece by piece. Everything is fading, becoming boring and distant, like the world is sleeping and slipping away right before your eyes. I need to rest a little. Alright, I'll grab something quick from the convenience store. You nod, sinking into the armchair and closing your eyes. The roar of the rushing water fills your ears, drowning out everything else. You take a deep breath and stop resisting, letting the darkness pull you under. Geto steps into the hotel room, eyes scanning for his kunai. The girl is still asleep, curled up peacefully, but she's nowhere in sight. He frowns, pulling out his phone and dialing her number. Voicemail. He tries again, nothing. Sinking feeling grips his chest as he heads outside to look for her, but the streets are empty. He returns to the room, knot of anxiety tying in his gut. That's when he spots it. Her phone charm, the one she always carries, laying forgotten on the ground. Geto stares at it, unease curling through him. Like a voice, he picks it up, fingers trembling as they close around the small trinket. Where did she go? Right. October 2007. It's been a month since she's gone, disappeared out of nowhere. The girls always ask about her, but I don't know what to say. What can I say? That I have no idea where she is, that she vanished without a trace, and I can't find her? I checked the cameras around the hotel. She was there, and then she wasn't. Gone, just like that. Sorcerers analyzed the surroundings, and there was no sign of a scuffle. It makes no sense. Why would she leave without saying anything? I asked her grandmother, but she didn't seem to care, barely upset, like losing a valuable hunting dog. Sartaro says he can't sense her energy more, but I'm not giving up. Right. January 2008. She's gone. I can't find her. It's been 4 months. It's like she vanished off the face of the earth. I keep relying on replaying the conversations, our missions. Did I miss something? Could I have stopped her from leaving? Every time I think about it, I get tangled up in the what ifs, and then there's never an answer. Sometimes I swear I see her. In a crowded street, in the distance, like a glimpse, the back of her head or her profile. My heart skips every time, thinking it's her, hoping it's her, and then it's not. It never is. The hope disappears, just as quickly as it came. It's pathetic. I know it is. I'm clinging to something that's already gone. Everyone says the same thing. Move on. But how can I when it feels like she's still here, just out of reach? I start visiting the places we used to go. I don't even know why. It's like some twisted part of me believes that if I retrace our steps, I'll find her. That something will fall into place. But there's nothing. No more emptiness. Right. September 2008. Final year at Jujutsu High. Shoko's talking about medical school. Satoru thinks he'll become a teacher. Though I can't imagine him teaching anymore. Maybe I'll do the same. Since the girls will be here soon enough, Satoru's helping me with them. He pretends not to care, but I think he misses our Kurai too. During the day, I focus on missions, on school, but at night, I lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering where she is, what she's doing, why she left, why she didn't say goodbye. It's not just memories anymore, it's frustration, it's anger. Why did she leave me like this? I was holding everything together, and then she left me to figure it all out alone. My light still isn't strong enough, and I'm terrified of the darkness will return. I have my friends, the girls, but it's not the same. Sometimes I wish she never came into my life at all, rather than leave me with this pain. Right. March 2009. We graduated from Jujutsu High today. I thought it would feel more like an accomplishment. People congratulating me, but something is missing. Someone she should be here. Sometimes the bittersweetness towards non-sorcerers creep back in. I could feel it, like a slow poison. But then I remember her words, her smile, and it stops me. Even though she's gone, she's the light keeping me from sinking into the darkness. Satoru decided to be the benefactor of two other kids, Minagami and Tasukimi. He says it's to help his plan of making the new generation stronger, but I know he cares. Himiko and Nanako will have more company now. Or Mimiko. We took them to the ramen place we used to go. Her ramen place. Being Satoru ordered spicy noodles because the kids called him a chicken. He's still regretting it. And he's still regretting it in 2017. Me, I'm just pretending to enjoy the food. I don't even know why I keep going there. Maybe I'm hoping she'll show up. Maybe I'm just hoping for something that never is going to happen. Right. April 2010. I'm a teacher now, alongside Satoru, no less. Namini and Haruo graduated, and we're the ones teaching the next generation. It's strange, seeing how the cycle repeats itself. But no matter how much time passes, I can't stop thinking about her. I look at our pictures together, trying to hold on to memories before time erases them completely. It's all I have left. It's been for years, and I still can't shake the feeling she's out there, somewhere. And that doesn't make sense, but it's there, calling at me. She's like a distant light, and I keep reaching for her. Sometimes I can never quite grasp, but can't bring myself to let go either. Right. White Day, 2011. It's White Day. Everywhere I look, people are exchanging gifts, celebrating. I wonder what it would have been like to celebrate with her. I never thought about it back then. I didn't realize how much I cared. Or maybe I did, but I was too afraid to admit it. The more time passes, the more I start to miss her, in the ways I didn't expect, not just as a friend, but as something more. I think about what it would have been like if we had more time together, if things could have been different. Would we have made a good couple? But it's too late now. I know that, and yet I still let the images of what could have been fill my mind. Sometimes I feel like they're going to consume me. Right. June 2012. I thought by now that I would let her go, but I haven't. I can't. It's been 5 years, and she's still everywhere, in my dreams, in my thoughts. I see her face every time I close my eyes, hear her voice in the silence. I try to move on, I try to be with other people, but every touch feels wrong. Every time I'm with someone else, it's like I'm betraying her, like I'm cheating on the version of her I built in my mind. It doesn't matter that she's gone, that we were never together like that. It feels real now. She's mine, even if it's just in my head. But it's not real. I know it's not real. I wonder how much longer I can keep doing this. How much longer I can keep holding on to something that isn't there. But the thought of letting her go, it feels like giving up, like losing the only part of her I still have, like losing a part of myself. Right. April 2013. I'm going to the ramen shop tomorrow, the one we used to go to after missions. One last time. I have been holding on to this for 6 years. 6 years of wondering, of hoping, of searching. But I'm tired now. I'm so tired. I can't keep chasing something that will not be there. I can't keep living like this. So tomorrow, I'll go to the ramen shop. One last time. And then I'll let her go. And then we just pop up. When you open your eyes, all you see is darkness. Your body aches. A dull, heavy pain weighs you down. It feels like you're drifting, floating through the water. Your cursor energy tickles back. Weaker than before, but something. You close your eyes, then they open again. You're standing in Tokyo. You blink, disoriented. Everything looks different. Your clothes have changed. Glancing around, you spot a billboard. The date is 2013. 6 years have passed. 6 years. How? Your heart races. There's no time for questioning. Time to question how you lost those years. You need to know what happened to Geto. To everyone. You worked so hard, done everything in your power to make sure the world they would be well, and they would be happy. Tokyo Jujutsu High, the only place that might have answers. You begin walking, your mind reeling, cackling. Geto must be 23 now. You? A voice Thimor calling your name. You freeze, heart stuttering in your chest as you slowly turn around. And see him! And there he is, Geto. He pushes through the crowd. His movement's urgent. Parting people effortlessly as he rushes out of the restaurant. The sight of him hits you like a punch to the gut, stealing the breath from your lungs. He's stunning. In the other timeline, you only seen glimpses of him as an adult through photographs, never up close. But now standing just a few feet away. He's even more captivating, taller, stronger, his presence magnetic. He dresses simply, in casual clothes that somehow make him look even more more handsome. Nothing like the ominous cult leader attire you dreaded might be his fate. It's like you're falling for him all over again. Is that really you? You glance at the restaurant, the same one you used to visit with him and others back in 2007. Yes, it's me. It's been a while, hasn't it? He's in front of you now, reaching out, his hand wrapping around your wrist. His breath is sharp before releasing you, his eyes searching yours. You feel the weight of those 6 years in his expression. Your disappearance, it changed him. How have you? 6 years. I've been looking for you for 6 years. Where have you been? You just vanished. I didn't want to leave. It just happened. He laughs, but it's cold, bitter. How does something like that just happen? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me. You glance around, discomfort prickling at your senses. This isn't the place for this kind of conversation you need to have. Somewhere quieter, more private would be better. Let's go to the cafe. No, we're going to my place. The tone is final, leaving no room for argument. There's no edge of his voice, something sharp and unwilling. It sends a shiver down your spine. Geto, is everything alright? You ran off. Middle-aged woman with a line of stitches running across her forehead approaches. Her gaze shifting between you two. Uh-oh. Geto barely acknowledges her. His glance fixes on you. As you're afraid you'll disappear again if he looks away. Yeah, she's an old friend. The woman's gaze lingers, assessing the situation with quiet curiosity. I have to go now, Miss Shuki. Sorry. No, it's fine. I should be the one to apologize for inviting myself to your lunch. They bid each other a quick farewell, bowing slightly in unison before she steps back. Geto places a firm hand on your lower back. Come. He guides you towards a sleek black bike parked nearby. He touches his touchdown, but gel. Who is she? A neighbor. He glanced back at Geto as Geto reached you away. The woman remaining still on the quiet street. His pace quickens, urging you to speed up. How about your neighbor? You might might want to talk to him anymore. So you're telling me he came from the future, through the mirror of echoes, to change the past, and now you're going to disappear again soon? Yes. He shakes his head, letting out a harsh laugh, but there's no humor in it. Do you actually believe what you're saying? Yes, because actually it's not true. Geto? Don't call me that. He cuts you off sharply, his voice like a wrecking whip cracked in a crack in the stillness. His eyes narrow, his gaze burning into you. You disappeared for 6 years. 6. I searched everywhere for you. Every time I thought I caught a glimpse of you, every time I heard your name, I felt like this tiny flicker of hope, only for it to be crushed over and over again. You made yourself a part of my life, and then you just vanished. Do you have any idea what that did to me? And now you show up, out of nowhere, talking about time travel, curse mirrors, and disappearing again like it's nothing. You really think I'm supposed to believe that? You really think this makes up for anything? You left me without nothing, and now you expect me to just accept it? His voice cracks at the last words, the anger not fully hiding the pain underneath. His eyes meet yours, the depths of his hurt clear now. His voice comes softer, but there's no less heavy. I waited for you, For years, I would, and now you're telling me you're leaving again? He steps closer, his voice dropping to a whisper, the edge of something darker curling around his words. If you're going to do this, if you're going to break me again, at least call me Suguru. You swallow hard, heart aching as you see the desperation in his gaze. Suguru, I know none of this makes sense to you. I wish I could explain it better. Didn't want this. I never wanted to hurt you. Then why did you do it? Then why did you? His voice is strained, filled with a mix of confusion and hurt. You want to tell him more, explain everything, but you know it won't make a difference. He won't understand. Not now, maybe not ever. You wail alongside, feeling the futility of it all. I'm sorry. I need to rest. My head is fuzzy. His gaze softens a little, the tension in the room easy, but the pain lingers in his eyes. All right, let's talk tomorrow. I'll take you to Shuko. She could help. You nod meekly, knowing there won't be a tomorrow for you here. Geto doesn't need you in his life anymore. Not after everything. Disappearance hurt him once, and now you can't do it again. But you know you have to. He guides you to the guest room, a suite, spacious and comfortable. You take a shower of warm water, smoothing your aching body, and it does nothing for the ache in your chest. You lay down on the bed, staring up at the ceiling. You need to leave during the night. The clock brings 3 a.m. The apartment is eerily silent, and your heart pounds as you carefully turn the doorknob. Ease the door open, wincing at every crack, and glance nervously towards the dark living room, nothing but shadows. You take a deep breath and step into the room, each footfall close and measured, your fingers trembling as you reach for the door's lock. The click of it unlocking echoes loudly, far louder than it should. Suddenly, a screeching noise piercing the silence, making your heart lunge violently. A curse forms at the door, dark and sinister. You stumble back, eyes wide, as it vanishes. I knew you'd try to leave. Sorry about that. He looks around, and there he is, Geto, standing just outside the living room, his tall frame bathed in the low, warm light of the lamp he just turned on. He steps towards you. The light casts a long, sinister shadow across the room. Did you really think I wouldn't notice? His voice makes your stomach drop. His eyes are dark, and there's something unsettling about the way he's watching you intently. That wasn't there before. Well, about that, there's a reason. Because he's kind of yandere. He takes another step forward, the tension between you suffocating. You take a step back, pressing yourself against the door, trying your best to keep your voice steady. It's better this way. I don't have much time. Enough of that. His voice cuts through yours, sharp and dismissive. Just tell me why you left and why you want to leave again. I want the truth. I wasn't lying before. I already told you about the mirror, and you won't listen. He doesn't respond right away. Instead, he steps even closer, towering over you, his gaze walking into yours, the look in his eyes, something raw and possessive, sending chills down your spine. You're not leaving. You blink, heart racing. What? You heard me. You're not leaving. Your heart stutters. He's so different, so intensely focused on you. How did you become like this? What happened while you were gone? Did you somehow cause this? Well, it caused me coming yandere, yes. Suguru, I'm sorry if I hurt you. I never wanted to leave in the first place. Then don't leave now. You don't understand. No, you don't understand. His hand slams against the door beside your head, caging you in. His body looming over yours, his voice drops to whisper. I won't lose you again. You're staying here with me. I don't care what you think is going to happen. He leans in, his face inches from yours. I'll keep you here if I have to. You stare at him, your mind spinning. He's not the same man you left behind. The darkness in his voice, the unrelenting intensity in his gaze, it sends a shiver down your spine. But there's something deeper inside you, something that's always left him. The draw that's drawn to him now, despite the danger in his words. What happened to you? You. His voice is raw, laced with emotion they can't quite place. You happened to me. The silence that follows is thick with unspoken words, emotions tangled in the tension between you. You search his eyes, but behind the intensity lies something deeper, something that makes your heart ache, grief perhaps, or the weight of lost time. You realize that this isn't something you can fix, not with words, not with explanations. Maybe it's the price you paid for tampering with the past, for trying to rewrite his history. Yeah, we made him a Yandere. Was a slightly, I'm gonna say, a lot better than making him be, basically a cult leader. Your chest tightens as he steps closer, closing the space between you. Slowly you wrap your arms around him, pulling him into a hug. His body stiffens against yours, as if he was expecting the touch. You feel his heart hammering beneath his chest, the rhythm chaotic, as though he barely holding it together. I'm so sorry, Suguru. I'm truly, After that, what seems to be forever, his arms come up, wrapping around you, pulling you tight against him. There's a desperation in the way he holds you, like he's afraid you'll vanish if he lets go. I thought I'll never get to hold you like this. His breath is warm against your ear, sending a shiver down your spine. He stood there, wrapped in Chair's arms, the air around you humming with everything left unsaid. Then, almost subconsciously, his hand moves lower, trailing down slowly to your back until the fingers brush against your hip. A small grasp slips from your lips, sharp and bracing. You stiffen, your body responding immediately to the subtle, yet intimate touch. Suguru? Your mind rolls with the flood of memories and desires, all those feelings you kept locked away for so long, now bubbling up to the surface. You spent long hours in the original timeline playing him, dreaming of what it would feel like to be touched by him, to be held so close you could feel the heartbeat against yours. And now here he is, touching you, holding you, everything you ever wanted, yet thought you could never have. All those suppressed desires are raising to the surface like a tidal wave, fraying to pull you back under. Geto phrases, his fingers hovering slightly over your skin, and you can't help the way your body aches closer. The way you're trembling in his embrace, you could feel it all. Geto remains frozen, staring blankly at the empty space where she was just moments ago. The silence pressed down on him. Each second stretches into eternity. His fingers curling slowly, the ghost of her warmth lingering his skin. You can't lose her. He won't. His resolve solidifies like a steel in his chest. He knows she'll return. But he won't wait idly this time. When she comes back, he'll be ready. He'll make sure there's a way to keep her with him. Reaching for his phone, he dials a familiar number. The line clicks, a voice answers, and they're in. Suguru, if this is your finally offering to let me join in, I'm almost offended it took you this long. Geto exhales slowly, dismissing Gojo's playful tone with a tight shake of his head. I need you to help me find a curse. There's a pause they're in, and when Gojo speaks again, the confusion is evident in his voice. What kind of curse? Geto's grip tightens around his phone. His voice lowers, low and determined. One that binds souls together. The sensation of being dragged through the freezing water clings to your skin, a suffocating weight that pulls you deeper into the darkness. Oh, he's gonna save us this time. The muscles straining, and you pull against the frozen current. Each movement, desperate struggle. Your cursed energy flares weakly, just enough to slow the water's grip. You need to reach him, Suguru. His name is the anchor that keeps you from being swept away. A ragged breath escapes you as the water fades into the background, slipping further and further away until finally you're free. The world snaps into focus, and you stumble forward, grasping as you holding your breath for eternity. You shudder. The sensation of being pulled through freezing waters still clings to your skin. Your chest heaves with each breath, and you feel your cursed energy flicker into a weak flame, barely holding on. Then, warmth, strong, familiar arms wrap around you, and you feel yourself sinking into them, the world finally setting into something solid and real. You're back. His voice trembles, a leaf and something else, something raw, pouring through each syllable. He tightens his hold, pulling you closer, his scent engulfing you in a way that makes your heart ache. You lift your head, blinking up at him. Suguru, how long is this time? His gaze softens, his breath brushes a thumb gently across your cheek. You lean in, his touch, a familiar warmth of it grounding you in the present. 1 year. 1 year. You sag against him, a weak smile pulling your lips. Not 6 this time. You fought against the pull of the water and pulling of time, and you won. He lets a breath. His shoulders relax just slightly, as if finally letting go of the terrible weight. Before you respond, he leans down and captures your lips with his. The kiss is rough, desperate, as if trying to anchor himself into the reality that you're truly back. Your fingers curl in his shirt, holding it on, letting the warmth of his touch melt away the lingering chill of the void. A loud, deliberate cough interrupts, breaking this moment. So you're both going to keep ignoring the fact that I'm standing right here? You both pull away slightly, your breath hitching. A faint smile tugs at your lips as you gaze over at him. How have you been, Gojo-senpai? How have I been? How about how you've been, Miss Jumping Through Timelines? He steps closer, expression softening, as he takes in your exhausted state. Suguru told me what you did. You've given us a second chance. Thank you. You open your mouth to speak with a when a coughing fit takes over. Gojo's hold on you tightens protectively. And Geto's hold on you tightens protectively, and he looks over to your head at Gojo. We're doing the binding ritual. Gojo's smile falters, his shoulders stiffening. Suguru, that curse, it's the only way. Your heart races, a sense of unease curling at your stomach. You look at him, searching for his face for answers. Suguru, what are you talking about? He draws in a deep breath, his gaze softening, a dark rift, tears open beside him, cracking with cursed energy. From within, a humanoid figure emerges, a cursed bond in heavy chains, its form twisting and whittling, as if struggling to break free. Like Phantos. This curse was born from people who churned to dark rituals to force their lovers back to them. The curse shudders, its hollow eyes lock onto yours, its chill runs down your spine, its chains clink softly, the sound reveling through the small apartment like a broken melody. Our souls will be bound together. Wherever you go, wherever time pulls you, I'll be able to find you. He hesitates, his voice dripping to almost a whisper. But there's a cost. If one of us dies, our will too. The wave of his words hit you like a physical blow, stealing the air from your lungs. You look at him, wide-eyed, but his gaze is resolute, unwavering. Suguru, this can't be done. Undone. I know. He glances at the curse, his chains rattling ominously, and then back at you. His expression softens, and he reaches out, cupping your face gently. But I'd rather die than lose you again. Pull away. You pull away, trying to push the desire simmering beneath your skin. You can't afford to let it consume you, not now. If you let this go further, if you get more involved, it might change the timeline. It might unravel everything you've done. I won't leave. What? You take a shaking breath, trying to gather your thoughts. You already hurt him enough by leaving once, and staying might hurt him even more, but does it seem to matter now? He's already on edge, every fiber of his being, taut and ready to snap. I thought leaving would ease the pain of losing me when I disappear again, but I know now it's futile, and I'll stay. His eyes narrow, filling with suspicion. He's not listening to the part where you keep telling him you're going to disappear. It's like his mind is refusing to process it, his possessiveness taking over instead. You just tried to leave, and now you want me to believe you're suddenly decide to stay. Well, you're gonna lock me up, aren't ya? His words are edged with mistrust, the uncertainty. Hanging in the air like a thick fog, he sighs, realizing he's too unstable right now. No matter what you say, it won't work tonight. What do you want to do to me then? What do you want me to do then? What do you want me to do? Sleep in the same bed with you so you can watch me all night and make sure I'm not running away? Yes. Well, he has his priorities straight. For a moment, neither of you move. Nobody moves. The silence between you stretch on, thick with tension, before you finally relent. He's definitely a yandere. Okay. You follow him to his room, your heart racing as you lie down beside him. This is the closest this is the closest you've ever been to him, and yet it feels too intimate, too dangerous. He can't figure out how your feelings for him are intensifying, how they're always lingering beneath the surface. He reaches out through every nerve of your body to the edge. On the edge, you don't move. His fingers brushing lightly across your cheek, the touch almost relevant. I can't believe you're actually here. That you're real, not a dream. He leans closer, his breath warm against your skin. Your heart skips a beat. You close your eyes, bracing yourself for something more, but instead he pulls back. You open your eyes and glance at him, seeing him typing something on his phone. The moment passes, your eyelids glow heavy, and eventually you drift off, last thought lingering on how much time you have left with him. Geto and Gojo stand in the doorway, waiting for their kunai asleep, the early morning light spilling softly into the dark room. It really is her. Gojo's voice is uncharacteristically quiet, his usual playful tone absent. But her curse energy is strange. I noticed it when we were students, but now it's clear. There is this weird pattern to it, like it's being sucked away. To where? Further than I can see from here. Is it a curse? No, nothing like that. It doesn't feel like a curse at all. If I had to guess, maybe a cursed object? Gita's brows furrow. Could she have been telling the truth after all? The mirror of echoes, the time travel, her disappearance, it sounded like a desperate excuse. But now, standing here, something gawing at him. Could she really have been running out of time? Could you follow the trail? Yeah, but I don't know how long it'll take to find the object. It might be much further away than we think. I'll stay here with her. You go check. Gojo shifts slightly, his head tilting down as if he's studying Geto more closely, desperate despite the bandage hiding in his eyes. Then slowly a smirk curls in his lips, his tone dripping into something teasing, almost mocking. Sounds like you're trying to get rid of me, Suguru. It's like, yeah, he is. He leans in a little closer, his voice trailing to a whisper. Eager to act on those fantasies of yours? Already locked her in here, haven't you? Shut up. Yeah, he became a yandere. She shifts to inner sleep, a soft murmur escaping her lips, and both men freeze. Her breathing deepens again as she remains still. Get out of here before she wakes up. But I want to chat with her too. I missed my little kunai. Get out. Gojo throws his full weight against Geto as he walks towards the door, making it harder to shove him out. The butthole has always been like this, difficult, even in the smallest of moments. Geto forces him into the living room, then his eyes keep flickering back to her. Just before he shuts the door, he lingers, letting his gaze trace the lines of her face, memorizing her as if she might vanish the moment he looks away. For 6 long years, she was a ghost in his life, a painful memory that haunts his every thought. She had vanished without a trace, and now she's back. He needed Gojo to confirm it wasn't some cruel illusion, that she's real. Is she telling the truth? It's time. If time really is running out for them, no, he won't think about that. He won't let that happen. He'll fix this. It's almost afternoon when you walk out of the bedroom. Geto's voice reaches you, low and tense. What do you mean? It's going outside of Japan. Can't you go there? It sounds like he's talking on the phone. You watch for a moment, your heart heavy with knowledge that you might not have much time left. You don't want to leave him behind. You need to use foresight to see if the future you from this timeline has managed to fix any of this. Carefully sit down on the ground, steadying your breath. You need to be strategic and not drain too much curse energy. Take a deep breath, reactivate your curse technique. Familiar sensation washes over you, pulling your consciousness towards the possible futures. Normally you can see weeks ahead, but this time all you see is darkness, thick and all-consuming, spreading across every future path like a void. It's closing faster than you anticipated. Panic claws at your chest. The sound of rushing water echoes in your mind like a distant warning. The darkness is already close, fraying to devour everything. Suddenly you hear your name, muffled and distant, as if underwater. Then the hand grips your arm, grounding you. You blink your eyes open. Geto's there, kneeling in front of you, his eyes wide with fear. You are disappearing. You nod, your voice weak, barely, more than a whisper. Yeah, like I told you would happen. I tried to use foresight to find a way to fix this, but I can't see anything. There's only darkness in all my features. His eyes widen, disbelief mixed with something far deeper. Are you really from the future? A small humorous chuckle escapes you, though it offers no comfort. Yes, from 2017. He glares at you, his mind racing as if he only now putting the pieces together. What happened in 2017? You didn't tell him before, but now he asks. He deserves to know. In my timeline, you became a curse user. You announced a terrorist attack in Tokyo, and Kaito. Gojo wanted me to use the Mirror of Echoes to predict your moves, and I found out I could go back in time with it instead. He stiffens, shock flickering across his face, disbelief clouding his gaze, his lips parting with like he's about to speak, but no words come out. He just stares at you, as if trying to reconcile this version of himself with what you're saying. I always believed things would be different if he had support after Amari's death. I took a chance, and I guess I was right. He was silent for a long moment. When he finally speaks, his voice is quieter, more fragile, as if the weight of the realization is too much to bear. He did this without knowing the consequences, sacrificing yourself. He did all this because of me? Your heart echoes as your nod. The words you held back for so long finally spilling out. Yes. In their pause, he searches your face, looking for an answer to the question he's afraid to ask. Why? You took a deep breath, your voice steady despite trembling inside. Because I love you, Sugar. I always did. His breath catches, shaking, as if he's been hit with something he wasn't prepared for. Without warning, he leans forward, wrapping his arms around you, pulling you close in desperation. Almost fragile hug. He grips tightens as if he's trying to hold you in place to stop you from slipping away. He did this all for me, and I didn't even know. Your offer a bittersweet smile. You know now, I hope you live a good life. Do it for me. He shakes his head, his eyes dark with determination. I'll find a way to fix this. I'm not losing you again. But you can feel it. Your cursed energy is flickering, faltering. You don't have much time left. Let go. You reach up, gently cupping Geto's face. Your fingers brush against his skin like a final whisper of goodbye. Be well, alright? His eyes widen, desperation flooding his expression as he grips you tighter, refusing to accept what's happening. No, his voice cracks, filled with raw panic. He leaned forward and pressed your lips into his soft, lingering kiss. His mouth is warm against yours, but there's a desperation behind it, a need to hold on to the moment, to hold on to you. Tears prickle out the corners of your eyes, but you know that this is the only way. It's time. You can't give him a goodbye you couldn't before. Goodbye, Sugar. Darkness begins to bleed into your vision, creeping from the edges, swelling the light. You feel his arms tight around you in one final act of defiance. His grip is strong, but slipping. His arms reach out again, but they grip nothing but air. In a voice that's almost broken, he spoke, filled with raw determination. I'll find you. Hold on for me. His words hang in the air, filled with intensity that cuts through the encroaching darkness. And then everything goes black. Agree. Tears blur your vision, but you nod, stepping closer. He draws in a sharp breath, his gaze holding yours with intensity that makes your pulse race. We'll share this fate, no matter what. His lips quirk in a sad smile. I knew you'd say that. The curse lets out a mournful wail, its chain standing fully now, wrapping around your arm first, then Geto's. The mill is cold, biting into your skin, but there's a strange warmth spreading through you, a sensation that's eerily familiar. Your grasp memories flooding back. The first time you touched the younger Suguru, you were thrown into the past. The same shock, the same electric pull, like your souls had recognized each other even then. This feeling, Suguru, it's like it's always been there. He breaths out, his eyes wide with something like wonder, the chains wide together, pulling you closer, their curse energy glowing faintly as it mends with your own. Your heartbeat sinks, the rhythm pulsing against your skin. No matter where you go, I'll know. I'll tear through every rift, break every barrier, until I find you. The darkness encroaches your vision, your energy slipping. You feel his presence deep inside you, a constant, unbreakable thread connecting you. You lean to him, steady beat of his heart echoing through the bond. I'll find you, no matter what. His vision is the last thing you hear as the world fades away, promising that reverberates through the bind, echoing softly in your soul. I'll find you always. Geto stands in front of the mirror, even with the binding tying them together. It took too long to find it, too many battles fought, too much time wasted. His reflection is barely visible. It's a musky surface beside him. Gojo waits silently, his presence steady, despite the tension hanging in the air. A curse works in the corner, holding a thin, glowing rope. Geto secures the air and on his waist, pulling the pulse of the weak curse energy. Its weak curse energy is a lifeline, one that will guide him back once he finds her. You better come back in one piece. Geto glances at him. Determination echoes every line of expression. Deal. He steps into the mirror. The cold surface envelops him, swallowing him whole. Darkness is descending, thick and endless, draining his strength. He can't tell how long he's been walking. Seconds, minutes, or hours blur together in the oppressive void. His curse energy flickers lightly, consumed by the darkness. His exhaustion waits on him, flowing through the bond like a heavy fog. Every step is a struggle, every breath reminder of how weak she became. He feels her presence tugging at him closer than ever. Frustration curses through him. He needs to get to her as fast as possible. Graying his teeth, he summons a curse, a massive, sleek creature that bursts forth the shadows, its form resembling a cross between a wolf and a dragon. Powerful legs ripple with muscle, and its lean body is built for speed. Without a moment's hesitation, Geto grabs the mane and swings himself up, his urgency bleeding into the curse through their shared energy. Go. The curse sweeps forward, claws scraping against the dark ground as it takes off in a breakneck pace. The void around them blurs his ways through the darkness on top of the creature, its powerful strides eating up the distance in mere seconds. He pauses shadowy figures, lost souls draining of energy, their eyes hollow and sightless. The thoughts of her becoming one of them makes his heart leech. He scans the darkness, and then he sees her. She's laying in the shadows, her energy reduced to a faint, flickering ember. The darkness claws at her, draining her bit by bit. He pulls the curse to a abrupt stop, and leans down, reaching her in 2 long strides, her eyes flickering open, sensing him before he even speaks. You really came. Of course, I promised. He gently lifts her into his arms, cradling against her chest. Her body is so light, so fragile, like it could disappear any moment. We're always see each other's light. Let me be yours again. Without wasting a second, he climbs back to his curse, pulling her up with him. He's positioned her in front, his arms wrapped around her waist to keep her steady. The creature takes off again, his command spreading through the void. With incredible speed, his powerful muscles colliding and racing with a rhythmic pattern. But he can feel the energy flickering. Its landmine draining, just like his own. The cursed pace slows, each stride more labored, as the void drains its energies, but forces it forward. Each sluggish step bringing them closer to the exit. The rope's purse falters, the void closing in around them. Geto clenches his teeth, unwilling to give in. He won't lose her again. Not in the darkness, not in anything. His energy wanes, his strength draining away. He refused to stop. He pushed this curse and himself to the very limits. No matter what it takes, he'll bring her back. Geto carries you out of the mirror. As the repressive darkness finally releases the grip, the world around you begins to shift. The cool air of the other side, other world, washes over your skin, refreshing yet sharp against your senses. The lingering exhaustion from the void clings to both of you, making your limbs heavy, but you can feel your strength gradually returning. The curse of the mirror losing its hold. Gojo is sitting in front of the mirror. His posture relaxed but alert. The tension in his shoulders ease. A tired smile tugs at his lips as he watches both of you merge. Wonder how long he's been waiting. About time. I was starting to think you were pouring in there. Like this dead. Geto unties the rope around his waist and gently sets you down. Your legs are shaky, and you have to steady yourself against him as your feet touch the ground. The oppressive weight of the mirror's curse began to lift, and the fog of fatigue slowly reduced. Descending. Before you could fully regain your bearings, Gojo wraps his arms around both of you, pulling you into a tight, exaggerated hug. His cheek pressed playfully against yours. Alright, enough drama. Who's up for ramen? I'm starving. You can't help but laugh, the sound bubbling out of you as the tension finally melts away. You're still tired, but the energy slipping back into your limbs make it easier to breathe, easier to smile. Same place? Of course. Gojo grins, the warmth of it spreading through you as you pull you closer. His arms scare around your wrist. The dull ache in your muscle slowly fades, replaced by the familiar comfort of his presence. His touch almost a lifeline to the void, now grounds you in a world that feels brighter than more solid. Now that you're back and not dying, I really need to know. He leans in slightly, his voice dropping in a tone. Did my version in version in the other timeline managed to make Namini smile for more than 2 seconds in a row. And please tell me I got my own statue somewhere. Something tasteful, like a life size with glowing eyes, maybe. Well, I can make one. Did Yaga finally approve of my mandatory nap time policy that in that timeline, or did he ban me from suggesting it again? Geto sighs, giving Gojo a look that's half amused, half exaggerated. Sartaro, you're scaring her. His thought. Hey, I deserve to know. The three of you turn, and you head towards the exit, the shred behind you, now just a relic of the past you finally escaped. You wing in to Geto's side, savoring the way his presence radiates a warmth that pulses back, the same traces of the mirror's chill. You walk, you cast one last glance back at the mirror. Its dark, sterling surface looks almost peaceful now, but it no longer holds the same power over you. You whisper a silent farewell to the darkness, knowing the chapter of life is finally closed. There's no need to worry about the past and the future anymore. All that matters now is the present. And that was Before the Darkness. If you like my content, please subscribe if you do, help out, and comment down below. See you guys next time.